IPMNation.com.
Welcome to Bliunt Force with Giazilla Rawrr.
And Wade Rawr.
How was your weekend, Wadey?
Well, we raged. We partied like it was 1999 on Friday.
For Justin's birthday.
Yeah, for
Happy
Justin's
birthday, Justin.
And so I'm still hungover.
Still? Yeah, I heard that. You guys were mixing it up.
Yeah, we were dancing in the streets before it was all over.
There's a YouTube video of this on Ganja Comics. On YouTube, you guys. Check out Ganja Comics. We haven't released a lot of video there, but that is there. And speaking of Ganja Comics,
Yeah.
I got some backlash from some people who are fans of yours who said I shouldn't be so mean to you about emphysema, asthma, whatever COPD stuff you have going on.
Well, they're absolutely right.
I disagree. You know, Sarah's listening to that snake diet guy. This guy is such a jerk. He's like, look at all you little fat, lazy piggies out there. And he shames, like, all these people. And he screams in your face. And he's like, your little kids are going to be fat bastards. And I don't agree with that. I don't agree with this approach. But he is helping a lot of people reverse a lot of illnesses that are being caused by their diet and their lifestyle.
Right. Well, good for him.
So I'm taking that perspective. Sarah's on 6 days into her fast. She's doing a 21 this time. She did 17 last time. The goal of fasting is to get to autophagy. So basically, you start eating all the fat and parasites and all the other crap in your body that lingers on.
Right.
And it works. You know, I mean, I'm a believer in it. I can't do anything over about 4 or 5 days, though.
So supposedly it takes 3 days to get there, right?
Yeah. Once you don't eat for 3 days, your body starts essentially eating all the bad stuff and rejuvenating stem cells and T cells, and your human growth hormone rate goes up huge. And they say if you do this once a year for a week, you could ward off cancers. And there's also studies that are showing that it's good for, like, reversing things like emphysema, COPD. You know?
Well, that's interesting.
Well, I worry about you because you say shit like, oh, that's interesting. And, like, you don't care.
I just, the longest I've ever gone without food is probably somewhere close to 72 hours.
No, you did all right that one time.
And it's just, I don't know. You know, going a week without food or something like that seems like the insurmountable task at this point.
It's really not. What happens, I mean, I've gone the full week, but what happened to me, when, like the 5th day one or whatever it was, I got hyper and really anxious and really, like, I have too much energy. So I finally had to break it with some peanut butter to kind of, like, balance out my sugars a little bit. But I felt great. My skin looked great. And I dropped, like, 15 pounds. I don't know. We have so much to talk about. I just want to say to the people out there, I don't rag on Wade because I don't care. I do care. We all care about him. We all love him. We all lecture him. And he hates it. But, we don't want you to give up and croak out on us, man.
Trying to take out that life insurance policy.
Jeez, they won't even insure you. You're selfish.
The Hall men
You're
don't
selfish.
do well.
Wade, the Hall men don't fare well with smoking. Your aunt even told you.
I know.
That was the first thing she said to you after not talking to her for 30 years. Are you still smoking?
I know.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm going to have to follow in Matt Connerton's footsteps because I think you're being really selfish. What if something goes viral? Like for instance, your crazy dance the other night. That stuff's gold.
Well,
it might go viral, and then you're going to leave me hanging because you're going to be dead. And nobody wants to just listen to me. How am I going to find another hippie sidekick?
Well, I don't know.
I'm going to have to record you and have a ghost host, like the ghost of John McCain.
That's right, a ghost host. I'll be your ghost host with the most.
Well, we better start recording a bunch of stuff. That way we have content, because I fear for you, man. That's not going to be long if you don't turn some of this around.
Oh, I'll live forever. I'll be one of those old guys, 90.
My grandpa lived a long time with emphysema and an oxygen tank.
Yeah.
I'm sucking on a cough drop right now. We were just talking about how I'd take my kids over there and he'd give them cough drops like they were candy. And I'd be like, those aren't candy, right? And he'd say, well, they ain't gonna hurt them.
well, there's always that. Used to be that was the standard you went by.
I know, right? Kind of like Serena Amber, who I haven't seen in a few years.
Right.
We met up with her yesterday at the casino, her and her mom. And they graciously invited us to spend the day out at the casino pool, which Thunder Valley Casino in Lincoln, actually, near Sacramento. It was a really nice, resort pool there.
Yeah, the pictures look nice.
She brought her little kiddos, and we got to see the new baby. And but her kid was running around playing with other kids, acting a fool. And then at one point, he was over there eating some other little boy's nachos.
Uh-oh.
Eating up all his food. And me and Sarah were like, you gotta go get your kid, man. And she's like, no, he's playing with that kid. It's fine. And then he came back, and then him and the kid were in the pool, and the kid's all, you ate all my nachos. And then he didn't even, he's all, dude, and Cam didn't even get it. He was all, yeah, man, we were just hanging around, snacking.
They sure were good.
Yeah.
You should get you some.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, come on, Parenting of the Year award. She's a good mom. I'm just playing.
Oh, that's funny.
We heard something else crazy yesterday coming out of the store. This chick's yelling at her man. They're in a big old fight.
Yeah.
And he says, well, you did have to pile.
Uh-oh.
And she goes, and you paid for it. Ha ha.
Uh-oh.
I was like, oh, Lordy, this girl's about ready to get her ass whooped.
Boy, boy.
Right here on the street.
Everybody did half a pile, and now
it's all
arguing in the streets.
They were, talking about that stuff like they're just like she ate all the bacon or something.
Have mercy.
I wonder what the pile was.
I don't know. Probably some kind of coke or meth or something.
Something crazy enough to get you out in the street acting like that. Crack. Smoke rocks. Dave Chappelle, God, I love him. Alright, so what are we going to talk about today? We have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, there's stuff going on out there, man.
People think this Area 51 thing is awesome and funny, but the person who started it is gonna, I'm afraid he's gonna take some heat over this.
Well, we kind of, we were at the forefront of breaking this news.
We were.
We were.
We found it. Eric found it on Donut Observer or whatever that show is.
Right.
He turned it over to us, and we put it out there, you guys. We are pioneers.
Johnny on the spot on that one.
All right, we got the scoop.
Bam.
Off that other guy.
That's right. Scooped
We scooped the guy that actually had it.
Scooped the guy that got the scoop. So.
Yeah, I think it's ridiculous that people are actually taking this seriously. You know, it started off as a joke, but you have to be really careful what you put on the internet. I'm sure when he wrote this, he didn't understand the amount of people that this was gonna they glommed onto it.
Yeah, they did.
People need something right now. That's what this is telling me.
There's so many things that people so many worthwhile things that people could put their attention to, like, I don't know, eradicating homelessness in this country, or
hey, I'm trying to make a film.
Child hunger, or right. Any number of things.
I'm just saying, even on a small level, I'm just an independent filmmaker trying to make a film, trying to raise money for it, and no good deed goes unpunished. I get called a scammer, and all this bullshit. Nobody donates any fucking money. Even relatives who I know have deep pockets. They don't care. They're not interested in people who are killed by surgeons or, kids that die because they go back after their brain surgery and they tell them the same thing they told me. Nothing's wrong with you. This is an afterthought from Giazilla Rawrr. People did donate money. I mean, people on a grand scheme, people who could have donated and I feel should have donated, did not. But we at Writing for Ryan are very grateful to the generous donors who did donate enough to at least get all the filming accomplished. And I just want to throw this in here as an afterthought. And now we find out that I'm not only slumping, I'm collapsed.
Right.
In fact, you guys, I apologize. I had to take some pharmaceutical medication today because my headache was so damn bad. Normally, I try to just hang out with the reefer, but I had to. I might be a little bit, slower than usual on the uptake tonight.
I have smoked myself silly yet again, so...
I ain't even gonna lie. They prescribed that narco, and I took it because I was hurting,
Right.
But the risk of taking that crap is that if you take it too much, then you get dependent on it.
Right.
And sadly, talking about the CDC and their bullshit, a man had a heart attack about a month after he was abruptly cut off pain medications. And I'm not going to name him. I don't feel the need to. He was a member of the Don't Punish Pain movement, and he was friends with some of my friends. I didn't ever have interactions with him personally, but my heart is breaking for his family because he didn't have to die. They're abruptly cutting these patients off.
Right.
And it's stupid and it's deadly. And Dr. Mark Isbin, who I'm a huge fan of, there's a webpage out there called Supporting Dr. Isbin or Supporting Mark Isbin, ISBEN. If you have pain in your life or just simple humanity, check him out. As he puts a lot of good information about what's going on with this, reckless stuff the government's doing with people who are medically ill.
Right.
And I posted today that this is, if the war on drugs was an actual war, this country would be guilty of war crimes. It's definitely guilty of crimes against humanity when you consider the medical experimentation that they're doing on people without their consent.
Right.
So it's serious shit.
And have been doing for, 60, 70, who knows how long.
Right.
But,
But people don't give a crap about children dying, old men dying of heart attacks. I mean, it wasn't an old man, I don't want to say it like that, but our elderly, they don't care, but they care about freaking going to Area 51.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Why?
And this poor guy that posted this, he's going to be held responsible, man.
Well, this is my concern. And earlier you read something and then you lost your tablet
I did.
because you're so lifted.
Stay lifted, my friends.
Stay lifted to the point that you can function still.
Stay lifted so you ain't got to get lifted.
Whatever that means. You took half the pile. Alright. Feds warn UFO enthusiasts against storming Area 51. The military stands ready. This is coming at you from CNN. Yeah, I'm not real fond of CNN, but I read this in several other places because I don't feel that great. I'm just going to use this. It's the same thing everybody else is putting out.
Yeah.
They've got a plan to raid Area 51 and see them aliens. But what will happen if they actually do it? Over 1 million people have signed up to a joke Facebook event calling on users to meet at Area 51, the U.S. Air Force Base in Nevada that's long been a source of alien conspiracy theories in September. Now, this is a quote of the original poster. If we Naruto run, we can move faster than their bullets, the page says, referencing the Japanese manga-inspired running style with arms outstretched backwards and heads forward. Let's see them aliens. It's funny as a joke.
It makes you more aerodynamic, Jet.
Right?
There's nothing funny about aerodynamics.
A pin posted on the page attempts to cover its bases, reading, "Hello, U.S. government. This is a joke, and I do not actually intend to go ahead with this plan. I just thought it would be funny and get me some thumbsy uppies on the internet. But as the event has gained traction, inspiring dozens of memes and jokes, the profile of the situation has risen. So much so that the U.S. Air Force has been made aware of the potential impending raid." Well, yeah, when you get 1 million people.
Duh.
I mean, I went on the page and put interested.
Did you?
Well, yeah, because I wanted to see what they were talking about in there.
Those guys.
The comments are hysterical.
Oh, it's humor for days in those comments.
It's so funny.
It's mining for gold in there, man.
I know. I mean, I could do a whole show on it, but yesterday I saw someone posted, okay, now look, there's going to be casualties. Is there anybody out there that's medically trained?
Right.
And this one guy is like, oh, I could sell drugs.
Well, I mean, you're going to need drugs. For sure.
Most of the people are taking it as it is meant to be taken. And they're just, it's really, spawning some funnies. But there are those out there who are even setting up GoFundMe accounts to finance.
So I shouldn't set one up to so we can go out there and be Johnny on the spot for this deal?
Well, if, from a reporter's viewpoint, you know, I don't want to be out there at all. That's what I told you the other day. I'll drive you, but I'm not going to pick you up or bring you back. I'll just open the door and toss you out. You can tumbleweed over there.
Just slow down to about 20.
That'll be your stoner name, Tumbleweed.
I knew this guy
just
one time.
Rolling.
This guy, we were all drunk one time driving around, and this guy was in a hurry, and he goes, just slow down a little bit. And he was going 10, 15 miles an hour, and the guy jumped out of the car. Oh, it fucked him up.
How stupid.
What an idiot. But he did some tumbles.
You know some winners.
Yeah,
my friend.
Yeah, this was way back. We were kids.
Yeah, you gotta do stuff like that when you're kids.
We were dumb.
Back in the 80s, not nowadays.
Yeah.
You all need to be bubble wrapped, you precious little things.
Stay in school and don't drive drunk.
Oh, exactly. That's true. And don't jump out of rolling cars.
Yeah, don't do that. Make sure the vehicle comes to a complete stop.
And don't sit on your boyfriend's lap and steer while he's trying you using the pedals based on what you're telling him to do on windy country roads.
Not fun.
When you're drunk. Don't ever do that.
Well done.
I don't know anybody that did that.
Oh.
Just say don't ever do that.
Just a hypothetical story.
Yeah. You know, it was funny yesterday. We were talking about my deaths. And Eric was all, you're a zombie mom.
Zombie mom.
He's all, you're the undead. And he's right. Isn't that the definition when you die and then you come back? You're the undead?
That's ours, zombie mom. No one used that. It's awesome.
Alright, let's get back to this. So, the Air Force has been made aware of a potential impending raid, and they are not as lighthearted about the situation as folks on the internet are. Quote, Area 51 is an open training range for the U.S. Air Force, and we would discourage anyone from trying to come into that area where we train American armed forces, a spokeswoman told the Washington Post. The U.S. Air Force always stands ready to protect America and its assets. Are the aliens the assets?
I don't know. Maybe
What
so.
is the assets in there?
I don't know. Part of me says we have a right to know where our tax dollars go and what's going on in there. But if we are, I mean, it's an Air Force base. Obviously, they're working on stuff out there. Some of it probably top secret.
For sure.
We can't just go divulge in that either. I understand.
Will you stop playing with your area? What are you doing? You're just distracting the fuck out of me.
I'm diddling my shirt.
Oh, you guys, he's sitting here at the bottom of his t-shirt. Fapping it.
I'm sorry. I thought we were good enough friends that...
No, I don't want to see your hands like... Yeah, bruh. Dirt.
It was just the hem of my shirt.
What are you fidgeting for? Get a fidget spinner.
Mm.
God, now you just turned off the whole audience. Everybody left.
Sorry.
Alright, so... And everything everyone says, especially something carefully worded from the government, there are little... The deep devils are in the details.
Right.
And I want to know what these assets are. Because why... She could have just said the U.S. Air Force stands ready to protect America.
Right.
But she didn't say, and its people. She said it's assets.
We got assets out there, man.
We got some aliens out there.
I believe maybe there were aliens there at one time. Now, I don't know if they're truly still there. Probably not.
Well, we wouldn't know anything at all. We don't know anything at all.
No, we don't. It's all
Except
speculation.
If you go over there, they're gonna shoot your ass.
They will shoot you. It's posted.
It just sounded like they're Leghorn, Foghorn. They're gonna shoot your ass.
Yeah, no, boy.
Boy.
You're about to exceed the limits of my medication.
I don't know if anybody could do that right now. When it comes to me.
Oh my God. Well,
my brain is falling out. Fuck off. Alright.
I keeps my feathers numbered for just such an occasion.
Right? I loved him.
Yeah, Foghorn Leghorn, he was awesome.
For all you kiddos, check that out on the YouTube.
On YouTube.
If it's not too old timey for you.
Oh, it's hilarious.
That's great. Alright, so CNN. We'll have to edit this shit. God
That's what they
damn
call it in
it.
French.
I'm not gonna edit it. It's real. It's raw.
Right.
CNN has reached out to the Air Force and is waiting to hear back. Well, fuck you, CNN. Nobody cares about you. Area 51 has been a source of alien conspiracy theories for decades. Area 51 was originally acknowledged as Air Force Base in 2013, but has spurned conspiracy theories as unidentified flying object and alien holding site for decades. In short, it's thought that Area 51 holds all the government secrets about aliens, though the CIA has published documents confirming its use as a test base. You're right. We pay taxes. I mean, not me and you.
Right.
But, real people.
People with,
jobs.
Yeah.
Who aren't dying of something.
Ugh.
My daughter, she pays a lot of taxes. And she works for the state.
Right.
She has a right to know, I think.
I agree.
Maybe I don't have the right to know, but she definitely. They take out, like, she makes good money. They take a chunk. Those earning brackets for the tax,
Yeah.
that's just no joke. Now I can see taxing like the super rich, like the billionaire pedophile island guys.
Right.
But in the area that we live in, the 6-figure income ain't shit.
Right.
And they're, so yeah. Anyways, that's just my little political statement about taxes. She deserves the right to know where that money's going.
Yeah, what's going on over there?
I want to know. All right, so it's was confirmed as a test base, but has since been confirmed that the U.S. government has spent 22 million researching UFOs. Just last month, a group of U.S. senators were briefed on U.S. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm sorry. Were briefed on UFO encounters the U.S. Navy has had too. Wow. Yeah, something's going on there. But please, you guys, youngsters, don't go out there. It's not funny. It's not a joke. They will shoot you in the head. What was that meme that they were going to shoot? They were waiting for them all to rush so they could shoot guns that would turn into flowers. The bullets would be flower pods.
Yeah,
You
and then
can't
it
grow
was just
flowers
a,
in the desert.
and then it was just a field of flowers because they had shot so many bullets.
I know. No, if they're shooting out peyote cactus
Man,
and fill the desert with that, I'd be behind that a little bit.
yeah. Eric and I saw one like 2.5 feet around. It was huge, biggest one I've ever seen.
All these meetup groups in Sacramento, they call it integration.
Oh wow.
So psychedelic medicinals are considered to be integration now into like just a lifestyle, how to be a better, well-rounded, healthier person without Western medicine.
Right.
So I'm gonna go over their meetings and check that out.
Interesting.
I really hate pharmaceuticals.
Yeah, me too.
I know they're necessary. It's a necessary evil for a lot of us, but try to live in it.
I mean, if you need them, I occasionally, a couple times a year, need antibiotics or something like that. But
Right,
I mean, for the most part, I don't take hardly anything.
right. Yeah, I know. As long as the government's gonna thwart this rushing it
Yeah.
they should just do it with pot seeds. Because they'll grow out there as long as they water it.
Yeah.
And they could get some of that, like, manufactured water, those, piles that they do.
Yeah. Do some of that weather stuff.
Yeah.
Some clouds.
Yeah, cloud seeding. Seed the ground with the freaking weed, and then seed the clouds to water it.
Duh.
Then, when everybody gets there, they'll just be smoking so much herb, they'll forget why they're even there.
Right. They'll be like, oh, shit, dude.
Right. But that's not what's going to happen. What's going to happen is some people are going to be dumb, and they're really going to go and they're going to get hurt. This is a cautionary tale.
Wow.
I have a couple stories in here to read you guys
This
about.
is like the Hansel and Gretel of our time.
It's just bizarre.
Don't take candy from strangers, and don't go fuck with the government.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, I'm very outspoken about the pain stuff, and I've left comments and I've tweeted some things. I've been lucky that I'm nobody, so nobody's really caught on to it. But let me tell you about this woman. A Spanish woman has been served a 1-year jail sentence after posting Twitter jokes about the 1973 assassination of key ally to General Franco, as the number of convictions handed down for justifying terrorism by Spain's national court continually to rise dramatically. Luis Carrero, or Luis Carrero, probably Blanco, was killed in a bomb attack by members of the Basque separatist group ETA 6 months after being made prime minister. He was seen as the heir apparent to the aging dictator, and his death in an explosion which flung his car into the air opened the way for democratic reforms when Franco died 2 years later. But 4 decades later, someone reported that 21-year-old Cassandra Vera has been landed with a criminal record after using Twitter to joke ETA could bind a policy against the use of official vehicles with the space program. In another post, she asked, did Carrera Blanca also go back to the future with this car?
Wow.
I mean, she's got a sick sense of humor, little twisted little thing that she is.
Right.
The Spanish National Court ruled that the tweets constitute contempt, dishonor, disrepute, mockery, and affront to the people who have suffered the blow of terrorism, causing an outcry among human rights campaigners in Spain. The leader of the left-wing populist party, Podemos, accompanied her to the high-profile trial, while the granddaughter of the assassinated prime minister herself said she was scared of society where tweets were led to jail sentences. Okay, and I agree with that.
Yeah.
I mean, saying something that, people don't like or that's disrespectful or even repugnant, in America we get away with that. So in Spain, obviously, they don't fuck around. You just can't say anything
Right.
that they don't like or they'll put your ass in jail.
Right. If that's their law, that's their law.
Right. Twitter search revealed hundreds of similar jokes posted before and after her arrest. The number of court cases addressing such crimes has risen from 12 in 2015 to 37 in 2016, with 12 rulings already handed down in the first quarter of 2017. In one high-profile case, singer-songwriter Cesar Strawberry was sentenced to a year in prison for joking about an ETA kidnapping on Twitter, while a group of puppeteers have also fallen foul of the court's increasingly harsh application of the law. Yeah, I'm not going to read any more about that. But yeah, a year of her life in jail for a tweet.
I think that if this kid, and I say kid, I think he was 21 if I'm remembering right.
He's just some young, bored
that
kid.
Started this. If he gets convicted of inciting a riot on a federal facility, oh my God, they will bury him in the federal penitentiary it'll ruin his life.
He's fucked already. His reputation is fucked already because there are 3 things that we learned growing up. You don't call fire in a building unless there's a fucking fire.
Right.
You don't incite a riot.
Yeah.
And you don't try to organize a mob of people against a freaking U.S. military. Secret, especially this one, the most secretive, if not the most secretive bases we have.
Right.
That's like people trying to storm the actual CDC where they're holding all the biologics. You can't do that.
Yeah, I don't think, man.
Not a good plan.
It's clearly posted all over that place that, we will use deadly force to,
Yes! We talked about that on Friday's episode.
We'll handle it. And they will. I mean, don't think they won't gun down American citizens because they will.
Oh, they definitely will.
If they've proven anything to us, it's that they'll do that,
I'm trying to find right now the other story I had, and my finger tapped it the wrong way. Okay. Now, there was a kid that did some jail time in America. He worked at a Taco Bell. He thought it would be funny. He was like in the break room or by the bathroom, and he put some of their food on the floor, and he peed on it. I guess he was about to quit or something.
Right.
And then he posted it on YouTube, and he got jail time because food tampering is a serious charge in America. There have been people that have put laxatives in people's drinks. They'll put time on. Don't do that either.
Right.
Just keep out of people's food, especially if you're at work in your restaurant,
They're serious about that tampering, and I'll tell you when they got super serious about it is when that Tylenol killed all those people. I mean, when that whole scare.
I believe, now don't quote me on this, but it was either the woman was trying to kill her husband to get the life insurance, so she planted bottles of them in several pharmacies.
Oh, wow.
So that it looked like it was,
Right, random
yeah.
thing.
Just kind of like how those serial killers went on, or, well, spree killers in Washington. You remember that when they were sniping people from the bridges?
Right.
That was all set up so that he could snipe his wife as a victim and then not be implicated in her murder.
Wow.
So yeah, but they put cyanide in the Tylenol, and then they came with those tamper-proof
Right.
packaging
They
and all
changed
that.
the way stuff was packaged at that point, to
Yeah.
include, tamper-proof
Well, this guy,
packaging.
right? This guy, obviously, that I'm going to read this story about. This is the New York Post, and I've seen it in other locations. This guy's a dick, and he deserves a time out. A YouTube star who tricked a homeless man into eating toothpaste filled Oreo in Spain, another Spain
Wow.
story, interesting, was sentenced to 15 months to prison and ordered to shut down his video channel, according to a report. Ren, better known as Reset, was found guilty of violating the victim's moral integrity with cruel prank he filmed in 2017, The Guardian reported. In a ruling published Friday, the 21-year-old prankster was ordered to shut down his YouTube channel, which boasts more than 1.2 subscribers, and is forbidden from sharing videos online until 2024. For the prank, Ren had filmed himself replacing Oreo cream with toothpaste before heading out to give the doctor cookies to unsuspecting bystanders in Barcelona, where he lives. In the controversial video, Ren approached a homeless man and gave him one of the Oreos and a 20-euro bill. The man, who was later identified as George L., was left vomiting from the encounter. Maybe I went a little too far, but look on the bright side. This helped him clean his teeth.
What an asshole.
What? Yeah, what a sick. That's the problem with this Area 51. There are twisted little shits out like that out there.
Oh.
Just little psychopaths.
Right.
Fuck this guy. I think he should have got more time. Oh my god. He said, this helped him clean his teeth, Ren told the camera. I don't think he's brushed them since he became poor. I want to go to that prison and kick this little punk's ass myself.
What an asshole.
Well, I'm sure he's going to come out of prison with a different attitude now that he's poor. Ren defended himself in court by saying that he will do things to put on a show, according to The Guardian. People like sick things, he told the courtroom, but the judge argued that the jokster's video was not an isolated act, adding that he often engaged in cruel behavior and preyed on easier, vulnerable victims. Yeah, come up to me and give me your Oreo freaking cookie, bitch. You won't have any teeth.
Yeah, you won't have to worry about who's brushing your teeth anymore.
Exactly. You'll save on toothpaste for the rest of your life. Because you know me, I got that thing in me. You've seen it.
Right.
Where that switch is flipped. And then it's on.
Right.
Brother.
Snap.
I hate doves. And the little boy, Billy Jackson. Yeah, that's right, Billy Jackson. I knocked your tooth out. He threw one of those suckers on me when I was like, 9 years old. And I socked him in the face and his tooth fell out. And then his parents tried to sue my parents. And
Wow.
the judge was like, he assaulted her and she lost her mind over it. It happens.
You have the right to defend yourself if you get assaulted.
You have the right to go berserk if you're phobic. Like, imagine you guys being phobic to snakes or whatever it is. For me, it's doves. Maybe it's ants. Maybe it's slugs, or what else is gross?
Moths.
Sharks.
Sharks. I'm shark phobic.
Or heights. And somebody puts that terror in your face, you're gonna react.
Right.
People like me are anyway. So yeah, this little punk is lucky to do it to me, or somebody like me, who just kind of loses their mind when people do weird shit to them. Okay, so yes, he was often engaging in cruel behavior, and he preyed on easy or vulnerable victims. That's the part that pisses me off the most. He was ordered to shell out the equivalent of $22,000 in damages to the victim. He ain't poor no more, asshole. Because now when you get out of the pokey and you get a job, they're going to take those wages from you.
Right.
You little punk. I'm pissed over this story.
Oh, that's just like these guys that pay the homeless to, like, do those backyard fights and shit like that. I don't like it,
It's fucking
man.
exploitation of another human being and it needs to stop.
Right, and a lot of these people are mentally ill that they're taking advantage of, and so what if they're not? I mean, they're just, it's just a different class of people. They're just poor, that's all.
You
That's the
know,
only fucking difference.
I always say that on my island, I'm only allowing really smart people and
Right,
really like people who are compromised, people with intellectual issues, people who have birth defects, and the intellectually challenged,
right.
and really smart people. Because somewhere in the middle of that, there are a bunch of sickos that take advantage of these poor people out there.
I just don't see the humor in any of that. I
It's
don't
not
see.
funny.
I don't know what they're trying to show me by doing that to another human being, other than they're a real piece of shit. You
These are
know?
the same motherfuckers. Okay, in the last several months, there have been several deaths of transgender women in the Dallas area. These are the same motherfuckers that will sit there and watch a woman or anybody being brutally beaten and film it.
It's
It
crazy.
should be a crime in this country that if you film a crime without at least reporting it to 911 first. I mean, I'm not, as a green dot trainer, I say you're supposed to intervene and help people be safe. But people don't want to get hurt. Like in the Kitty Genovese thing where she's being raped in public and no one does anything. There's always got to be one strong person in the herd that steps forward, and then everybody else will
Right,
follow.
everyone else will follow. If you
Be
just,
that person.
man, if you just have the wherewithal to stand up, other people will stand up with you. Everyone's standing there knowing that ain't right. Come on.
Well, yeah, I mean, or maybe they're not, but the ones that are filming it and they think it's funny. I mean, we do some silly shit, but we're not trying to ever degrade or hurt anybody but ourselves.
Right.
You're fair game for me.
Yeah, we have more fun laughing at ourselves than.
It's consensual with you.
Right.
And I punk you.
No, we have fun.
And I was trying to punk me back. I don't give a shit.
It's hilarious.
I could dish it out and I could take it. But, yeah, don't be that person that videotapes violence or hurts homeless people or takes mentally challenged people and puts them in your backyard and fuck you.
Yeah, what a real asshole thing to do.
You don't belong on my island. You're not allowed. Alright, so however, this idiot probably won't spend any time in jail because first time offenders in Spain often see sentences under 2 years for nonviolent crimes suspended. Well, that's fine because this guy's got the brains of someone who's going to get in trouble doing something anyway.
Right, we need to watch this guy for a couple of years at least, and it sounds like that's what they'll probably end up doing.
Yep, they'll put him on probation. He'll be back in the news. Just like that Feinstein asshole.
Right.
They don't ever change.
No, he'll reoffend.
That makes me angry. Or Epstein or Weinstein or one of those sick fucks.
Right.
All of those sick fucks.
It's sick.
But this is very serious, and I'm gonna actually stop the music for a minute and let you guys listen to some YouTube footage here. That Eric watches live streaming gaming on Twitch, and he said that he was actually watching one day when some guy got what they called swatted. So basically, these gamers get into rivalries, and one of them will call the police and capture the IP address of somebody, call the police, and say like I'm shooting my dad, or I'm going to kill myself, or I've got my family held hostage.
Right.
And then the person's just sitting there playing a video game, and all of a sudden they just get bum rushed
By some SWAT team.
Mm-hmm. And he was watching a live one time when this actually happened, and we have audio of that. So I'm going to play that right now. So in the video, the young man is just sitting at his computer.
Uh-oh, this isn't good. They're clearing rooms. What in the world? I think we're getting swatted. I'm gonna flash through. I think we're getting swatted. What in the world?
Put your hands up! Put your hands up! There's one in the corner. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back! Get out! Behind your back, get one out. Don't you fucking move. You hear me, boy? Yep. Got the computer. David, we got one in custody.
David, copy one in custody.
What's your name?
That's one in custody. Lincoln 2, address is 1221 West Mineral Avenue. Command is at 1241 West Mineral Avenue.
We have Jordan in custody.
Copy Jordan in custody, 1204.
Next table on the second floor on the side. What? Street. Stand right there. Sorry. What about this is funny to you?
What? I'm not doing anything that's funny.
Terrorists win.
Nice.
Heard the police. Stand up.
The kid doesn't think it's funny. He's nervous. He's sitting there playing his video game, and the next thing you know, a SWAT team is busting down his door, and he knew he had gotten some information that he was about to be swatted. So when the cops bust through the door, he immediately raised his hands and complied to all of their prompts. That saved his life. So I guess for a while, Wade, this was like these kids were doing this.
You know, I'd never heard of this before Eric brought it to our attention. What a shitty thing to do to somebody, man.
Yeah.
I can't imagine.
I guess this guy is a very popular live streamer on Twitch, and this other kid was jealous, and, you know, I guess he's been swatted 4 times or something. I think a lot of this has stopped because someone got swatted once, and it didn't turn out really well, and I'm going to play that for you guys right now.
What's going on?
My mom and dad, they were arguing and I shot him in the head and he's not breathing anymore.
Have any weapons on you?
Yeah, I do.
What kind of weapons do you have?
Handgun.
What kind of handgun is it?
I don't know, it's my dad.
What color is it?
It's black. I'm just pointing the gun at them, making sure they stay in the closet, my mom and my little brother.
Okay, is there any way you can put the gun up?
No. Are you guys sending someone over here? Because then I'm definitely not going to put it away. I already poured gasoline all over the house. I might just set it on fire. Do you have my address correct?
Hey! Walk this way! Walk!
Basically, what you just heard was the idiot that made that false 911 call capture the wrong IP and got the wrong address. So when the SWAT team showed up to the man's door, he came outside completely confused as to what was happening and dropped his hands by his side, and you heard the gunshot. They killed an innocent man who absolutely had nothing to do with any of it.
Right, was just sitting alone or whatever at home.
Right? Yeah.
And got gunned down.
All because some psychotic little bitch called, this fake report in on somebody else. Now, in the first video, like we said, the kid knew, he was aware and he knew what to do. This, what is wrong with people?
I don't know. What a shitty thing to do. Oh my God, I can't.
It's awful for the family, the surviving family and friends and community, and it's awful for the SWAT team. Can you imagine how that shooter felt? how the officer that shot him felt.
He must have felt horrible.
He's going to live with that nightmare for the rest of his life.
And these guys are, I don't know, I've been come in on, not by a SWAT team, but by a raid team a couple of different times, man, and it's pretty damn traumatizing, even when you are following all their prompts and all that shit. They're hyped up, man, and they're expecting the worst because they want to go home today.
Hey, it's scary. I've had not for me, they weren't there for me, but they came up on the grow.
Yeah.
And stormed through, and, on one occasion. And we also had the bomb squad called out there one time.
Right.
Because somebody was trying to hurt somebody else, and I happened to live on that property. And I exploded 2 homemade bombs, pipe bombs. And
Wow.
Luckily, they didn't know what the fuck they were doing, so they didn't detonate all the way. One of them detonated, but it didn't have much impact.
Right.
And then there was another one that was found in the yard days prior, and the person who was the target actually picked it up and showed it to his goddaughter and was like, "What do you think this is?" And she's like, "That looks like something somebody would put, to boost something to get it into prison." And I was like, "That's an odd thing." I wouldn't know. I've never been to prison, but yeah, that was what he told me when he was explaining that. And it was like basically a tube, and it was wrapped with duct tape. It looked like a container that was wrapped with duct tape,
Right.
But and so he just threw it on the ground next to my boyfriend's truck. And when the bomb squad came out, they were like, "Can you move your truck so we can remove that?" And he was like, "No."
Shit, no. I ain't going nowhere near none of that.
Yeah, so, and I've also had the officer kick down the door that one time that he thought that I stole my foster child. Even though I left a note on her dad's door that I didn't know exactly where she was at. And she was put into my protective custody from the CPS. And they knew that. And they still kicked my door in.
Right.
It was like, after I spoke with them and they called and verified with the CPS worker and, realized that I had the credentials or the validation or whatever to have her with me, then he was all, "Oh, you're doing such a great thing, blah, blah, blah." I'm like, "You didn't say that when you first came in here with your guns blazing, waking my brother up at 7 o'clock in the morning, who had no idea of the incident because he was asleep when it occurred in the middle of the night." That led to me getting custody of this child, that quickly. But anyways, yeah, trauma.
Yeah, it's trauma, for sure.
If you're, it's even trauma when they shoot you because you don't even know what the hell's going on. It's insanity. I don't really know what happened to the kid that made that false 911 call. I'm hoping that he got some mental help because that's that's psychopathic to do that to somebody.
I would think he probably got some serious time out of that,
I hope, because it's not a joke. And if you're willing to go that far, what else? Like this other guy, people like to see sick stuff, Why do you guys like seeing sick stuff? I don't. I know Wade does. Wade, explain this.
Well,
explain it, Wade.
I get my sickness out with horror movies, because it's a safe way to experience fear and things like that. It makes you a more rounded individual, I think.
It doesn't. It's deviant.
Is it deviant?
It's some of the stuff you like to, watch, yes. Are you trying to get out your, face your fears because it's scary? Or are you trying to, say, "Oh, I want to do that"?
No,
I can't.
I just like the,
Let's be real.
I just like the scares of it, I guess.
Do you identify with the perpetrators at all?
No, I don't feel like,
Do you
it
like
would
them?
be so interesting to do that to someone, or so. I never think that.
Oh, that's not where, okay, because that's where I would think that being interested in that kind of stuff would be kind of rooted in, oh, I want to do this and I can't because I don't want to go to prison, or I don't have the guts, or I don't, whatever. I'm not a psychopath. But I definitely want to watch other people do it.
I mean, are there times you're rooting for the
Are
killer?
you getting a damn hard on when you're watching the snuff film?
No. No, not at all.
Your eye went to the left.
It did not. It always does. Oh
No,
my God.
that's the other eye.
Oh,
Your unwonky eye went. I can tell when you're lying.
that was not a lie. Ask me again.
Hashtag Wade's a psychopath killer.
I am not a
Sexual
psychopath
deviant.
killer. Not at all.
Lover of torturing women.
Just lover. That's all.
Just chaining them up. And doing stuff.
God, that is so wrong to say. Only consensually.
You, sir, are a bona fide butt fucker.
I would not even. Oh my God. She wanted me to. I didn't even.
I didn't even ask. She backed up on me.
Oh, damn.
I was wondering about. Okay, so you guys gone your comics.
She backed that thing up, flipped it, and reversed it. What was I supposed to do?
I don't know, man. You guys ganja comics. Wade, we started this hour talking about how he was drunk, acting a fool with my nephew celebrating his 24th birthday, and some little girlfriend he's got. I don't know her name. Do you know her name? No name. That's what we'll call her. No name. Cute girl.
Yeah.
And they're just out there being silly, dancing in the streets, you know. Wade twerks in it.
I did a little, somebody's got to show those kids. I could barely stand up at that point.
We
We
did
had
some
drunk.
fist pumping.
We did some sky punches and some stuffs, some moves.
Some moves.
I
Yeah, you backed it up.
I could really barely stand up at
You
that
backed
point.
that ass up in
I
your
was-
dad jeans.
I was pretty
dad
loaded.
shorts.
I was pretty loaded.
Yeah, you're pretty loaded because you had gotten kicked out of a bar before that. And Sarah, she was instigating the whole thing, She's like, tell them what you did, Wade. Making it sound all sinister.
I know. I didn't really do anything. I walked into a broom closet by mistake, thinking it was the way outside to the patio or something.
Right. But the way that, hey, with you never know.
You never know.
So there's video of him, and there's this little tiny girl. Now, Wade, if you don't know, is about 6'4", and about what, $2?
Oh, about 210,
210,
215.
and did you just turn into Colonel Sanders on me?
I just threw a 15 in there, just felt right.
It sounded like someone was playing a little say.
Yeah, it felt right. Felt good.
I'm gonna eat my poutine at 2:15.
Mm.
I can't even do it right. Oh, my stomach just growled. That sucks. Alright, we're 59 minutes in. Okay, the moral of the story is watch Ganja Comics on YouTube. Check out Wade twerking. Wade's not a psychopathic, serial killing butt fucker. I'm just sick and twisted. But I'm not twisted enough to put anybody else in harm or to degrade them. Unless they ask for it. And then I probably wouldn't even do it anyway. I thought about being a dominatrix once.
Yeah.
Because it pays so well.
Yeah.
But I couldn't put down people and degrade them.
Right.
Like, that's just a waste of my time. I got shit to do. I don't care how much it pays.
It doesn't really, yeah.
And I also know that if that's what's turning you on. When I used to work in the locked facilities, residential treatment facilities, there were kids that would get a crush on you, transference or whatever. And they would always act out to try to get you, certain staff to restrain them.
Right.
Because they liked it. And so, there's a whole subset of people out there who like to be smushed and restrained and squished by big women and all kinds of stuff that's all rooted in that early trauma of childhood of being, restrained and all of that.
Wow.
So, I know that, so that's why it bothers me.
Whatever gets you through the night, I guess, but,
Yeah. It's just, to me, it's just unhealthy. Sexually, we've had our sex podcast, adventure and fun and going outside the box and all that. But when it comes to, degrading people,
yeah, it's a little much.
I can't deal with it. Make love, not war.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, you guys, do not storm Area 51.
If you do, call us live, though.
Yeah, and tell us what you're going to name the alien that you get.
Right, and if there's hot alien chicks in there, call us for damn sure.
Call him.
Because we want to go check that out.
Well, yeah, but, you know, the Air Force is very serious. So, getting laid ain't worth all that to me. But, you know, wait over here. I'll take a chance bullet to the brain to see a little titties.
I want to be relatable to alien women.
Stop watching those stupid horror films. You are relatable to alien women. I'm surprised that we don't have anybody coming over here and probing you in the night.
Surprised one of them girls
In the night, Wade.
Surprised one of them girls ain't snatched me up in the night for a keeper.
Alright, it's all in good and fun. You know, everything that we say on this show is just to be silly. Don't take us seriously. Unless I'm lecturing you on how to, you know, be a good person.
Right.
Other than that, all I've got to say is, fuck off, bloke.
See you guys.
IPMNation.com.
Innovative, provocative, and mobile.
And we're out.
IPMNation.com.